But as you move the crystal, it like the projection expands because you've moved it away from being up against the wall. Like it's like a projector. It's like projecting an image. But then like as you pull back even further, eventually it projects it into physical space and not just up against the wall. So like at first it's just it's like a movie theater. It's just like, oh, it's a projection on a screen. But as you move back further, it gains depth and like becomes a projection in a space. And there are two figures, and again, this is all like golden outlined. They almost look, they look ghostly to those of you who don't know what ghosts really look like. Or like who haven't dealt with a lot of ghosts before. So Castile totally knows these aren't real ghosts. And you recognize one of them as Samothes, and one of them as Samothes. I guess none of you have seen Samothes before, but you've heard you've heard him described. His like, you know,
this whole deal.
His blonde hair, his like pale skin, his like shit-eating grin. And Samothes, you know, in fact, I finally figured out who, yes, I even know who plays Samothes now, finally. It is a guy named, Senthil, Ramamurthy. He is an actor of Indian descent. He was the dude in Heroes all those years ago.
Yeah,
Mohinder from Heroes. Mohinder from Heroes. And now he's like a little bit older and a little bit more distinguished, and like that's the version of Samothes. Like beard, nice like big curly hair, like just graying a little bit. And it's the two of them, and they're talking, but they're talking in a language that is not the common tongue. Again, sounds a little bit more like the Common language, but like not exact. It's like a mix between the Common tongue and the Common language. A study check would translate. Anybody can give me a...
Okay, I would like to do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Risky standard or
controlled?
Okay.
It's just a straight roll. There's no.
Okay. Well.
But controlled,
buddy.
No, that's fine.
I forgot how to speak my native language.
No, you didn't. That's not how failure works. So Aubrey rolled a 1. And in a 1, you're blocked or falter, press on by seizing a risky opportunity, or withdraw to try a different approach. So you are like, you're at a distance from this projection, and like you can't quite make it out. And so you take a step closer. And as you do, their like physical forms fill in a little bit more. Like before they were basically just golden outlines. But as you get closer, you can see more detail. And if you get closer still, you might be able to actually listen in.
If I do that, will I take a stress or anything?
Something might happen.
Okay. But not immediate. I won't immediately take a stress or anything.
If you fail,
yeah.
You've moved from controlled to risky. So yes. Okay. So now uncontrolled, the worst thing that happens is that you go to a risky place. So now you're in a risky place.
I think the most interesting thing is if I keep pressing on again. So
definitely.
Risky standard. Right?
There it is. Our favorite counter rate NPC. That's another fail. Things go badly. You suffer harm, complication occurs, you end up in a desperate position, or you lose the opportunity for action. Aubrey has gained a sort of weird golden hue. And Aubrey, you are inside of... It's a room that's the same shape as this vault that you're in. It is all like beautiful dark woods. There is a map on the wall. There is like a lot of really nice food laid out on the table. And Samothes and Samothes are talking to each other, eating dinner together, laughing and smiling. And Samothes brings up, in a quiet moment, the thing that neither of them want to talk about, which is the heat and the dark. And Samothes puts his fork and knife down and stands up and walks over and stares at that map and says he doesn't want to talk about it, not tonight. And Samothes stands up and walks over towards him and squeezes his shoulder and says, I have to try. You know I have to try. It's worth a shot. And Samothes turns and, like, puts a hand to Samothes' cheek and shakes his head and says, "You're a fool. And you're going to get us all killed. But if you care more about your ego than helping people, go ahead. I won't see you again."